Kia ora, welcome to New Voice. I'm Ripeka Fruean. We turn to the Bible and to the Book of Mormon for the peace and the guidance that we are looking for in our personal lives. We started reading the Book of Mormon on the 27th of August this year, and we're going to finish the whole book on the 31st of December to bring on 2024 with extra peace in our hearts and in our minds and in our souls. This week, I told my daughter Irene that I was going to talk about modesty. And she said, Mum, no one's really talking about modesty lately because there are no clear guidelines that discourage wearing revealing clothing. So I took a look at the For the Strength of Youth guide, and under the title, Your Body is Sacred, it says, as you make decisions about your clothing, hairstyle, and appearance, ask yourself, am I honoring my body as a sacred gift from God? Also, it says, avoid styles that emphasize or draw inappropriate attention to your physical body instead of who you really are as a child of God with an eternal future. When I was 19, I very much thought I was in charge of my life, and on this particular day, I was at a chapel and I was enjoying company with others my age, and I think we were practicing a dance for a talent night, and I had chosen to wear high-cut beach shorts that were revealing, and a good friend came to me. He was around 70 years old, and to the side he privately said to me, because of what you're wearing, you're drawing unnecessary attention to yourself. And he encouraged me to think about what I was wearing and to choose clothes that didn't draw so much attention to my physical body. I thought, excuse me, I actually felt put out and ticked off by his judgment. When the annoyance calmed down in me, I realized that he had made a correct judgment actually, and that he wasn't wrong. And I came to understand that what I was wearing was a distraction to those around me, and I appreciated the action my friend took towards me that day. We had some warm weather this week, so Otis and I took the family down to the beach. 7 children, the oldest is 20, he's a recently returned missionary, and our youngest is turning 3 soon. And as soon as we got onto the beach, onto the sand, I was distracted by the revealing bikinis that a lot of the teenagers were wearing. And they were revealing because instead of the bottom half being a brief, it was instead a loincloth that revealed their whole bottom. So we went to the close to the shore of the water. When we turned to the left or turned behind us, we saw bare bottoms. I actually saw, truthfully, I saw more bare bottoms that day than I would have liked to. Modesty encompasses the principle of non-distraction, which makes the point that what we do can impact on and influence the thoughts of other people. Now, I agree that we are responsible for choosing what we do with the thoughts that come into our minds. I also agree with the fact that yes, we can influence and impact other people's thoughts. Case in point, that's what advertising does. Ammon, the son of Mosiah, signals modesty repetitively in the Book of Mormon. After getting a spiritual nudge upside the head by an angel, Ammon stops being rebellious and turns out to become an appropriate heir to his father's throne. The first signal for modesty we get is Ammon turns down his father, King Mosiah, and rejects his right to the kingdom so that he could follow the call to teach the word of God to his enemies, the Lamanites. Second, Ammon chooses to be King Lamoni's servant rather than marry his daughter and become his son-in-law. Third, Ammon successfully protects the king's flocks from robbers. Now this brings Ammon a lot of attention from the king. Ammon uses that attention to teach the king about God and about God's dealings with men. He teaches King Lamoni about Jesus Christ and about the redemption that comes through Christ. Fourth, Ammon proves again his undeniable strength when he protects King Lamoni from a sudden and deadly attack from King Lamoni's infuriated father. When Ammon is offered half of the kingdom from King Lamoni's father, he turns it down and instead requests religious freedom for King Lamoni's people. Ammon repeatedly keeps the focus on missionary work rather than he being a distraction. And from the sounds of his strength, charm and wits, he could have easily been a proper distraction. We need Ammon to remind us that we can be made mighty in modesty. And when we are struggling with modesty and with not being a distraction, Ammon is there for us as a lighthouse. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again next time. Ka kite anō. Bye.